and welcome to Cambridge Calendar. We have Alex Olsen here going to talk to us about a very different event that's going to take place on the Boston Commons in July. Alex, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So it's a medieval battle that's going to take place, right?
That's right.
So I have an uncle who has a great big sword over his mantelpiece. Could I bring that to the battle?
I would be thrilled if you did. We can't let you on the field with it, but bring it and show it off for sure.
Well, you look like you're ready for battle yourself. What is this called here, this thing you're wearing?
I would call this medieval garb. These would be tunics, I suppose. I'm wearing some winnegas down here. This would be a mantelpiece. I feel really underdressed, I'm sorry.
So if I can't bring my sword, what weapons do you use for the battle?
Well, you can bring all sorts of things. If you want to be buying your own equipment, you can buy that online. Anything from an axe to a battle axe to a shield, javelin, spear, whatever you can imagine.
How, do you need tickets for this? How much does it cost? How do I participate?
It's an event that we hold for the public. So if you're strolling around Boston Common and you see us, you're welcome to join in.
Okay.
That being said, we have an Eventbrite and a Facebook event page. So if you want to RSVP there, it'll help us plan better, make sure that we have enough weapons and everything. And I should mention too that it's a free event. You're always welcome to come and participate. The only thing is if you don't have equipment, we'll charge you a $5 rental fee, but that'll cover you for the entire day. And you can use anything in our armory.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, speaking of weapons, maybe you could tell us what they are and how to use them, okay?
Well, I'd love to.
Let's start with what you have in your hand there.
Right, so I'm holding a very basic sword here.
Yeah.
It does a slashing damage, if you will, and you can also stab with it.
Yes.
Speaking of which, may I?
Yeah, sure.
Exactly.
All right.
Now, right here, this is a standard sort of two-handed sword. It's usually at least 4 feet or something like that.
Right.
It's a little bit harder, but I'll give you a nice, light, gentle stab, too.
All right. All right.
And what you're holding right there is a javelin, so that can be thrown.
So I'm going to throw this
please do.
Yeah.
Throw it at the enemy, for sure.
Yeah. I don't want to hurt anything. Yeah. Oh, you throw it, and then you're out of a weapon.
You can stab with it, too, but hopefully there will be somebody who's so kind on the other team to throw it right back to you.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay. And do you make these? You bring them, or what happens? You can rent them, as you said, but what else?
Right. So you can make them if you're inclined to do so. I'm not.
They're padded, by the way. So a hit like this is a hit like that.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. So you can be making your own equipment if you have your own foam and everything. You can also buy it online. There are plenty of shops.
So I saw on your website, I saw the pictures of past. How many years has this been going on?
This has been going on for 17 years.
17 years.
That's right. Yep.
All was in the common? On the common?
No, actually, it started out in Springfield, Massachusetts, with a couple guys that I know as Magnus and Janwin. They're more commonly known as David and John.
Yes.
But it started as sort of a backyard type thing where they would go out and they would use these weapons to fight each other. And over 17 years, it's grown to a Facebook group with over 400 people, an amazing admin team, and a ton of local volunteers that do all this for the love of the sport.
And you select sides or what?
Well, you can do it any number of ways. My favorite format has always been tournaments or 1v1 fighting, but it goes up to anywhere between 500 and 500, down to 10v10.
Oh, I see. 500 people. That's a lot of battle scars.
It's an amazing feeling.
Yeah. So I saw all the people were all ages, generally men and women, by the way. Are there any requirements? Yeah.
The only requirement is that you're 18 years of age or more. We have a lot of members of all parts of the gender spectrum. We have members of all ages. So as long as you're 18, you're more than welcome to join in.
Now, you're dressed very well. I don't have that in my wardrobe. What can I wear? What should a person wear to come?
Well, if you have medieval garb, that's of course the best because it really enhances the immersion. But if you don't have that, you can bring standard athletic wear, athletic shorts, a t-shirt. And I also recommend bringing safety equipment if you have it, things like lacrosse gloves or knee pads, because to reiterate, this is a full contact sport, so that extra joint protection really ends up paying off in the long run.
But no blood.
No, well, you'll get a bloody nose every once in a while, but you'll be okay, yeah. You'll be okay.
So is there a lot of yelling and screaming and things
Oh,
like
yeah.
that? Oh,
When we first start, we call 3, 2, 1, lay on. And that is usually when everyone's the most excited, so they'll let out a big battle cry, right? and then the combat will ensue.
And then what? Two teams come from opposite sides and attack each other.
It's the beautiful view, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
And so, does anyone become really very gung ho in this event? Is it not for sissies, or what is it?
It's for everybody who wants to get involved. We have both fighting. We also have an amazing crafting division where you can be making anything like leather armor, trinkets, garb like what I'm wearing. But if you want to be on the field as well, we have heralds on the field, which are effectively referees that make sure that the fighting that's going on is safe, nobody's getting injured. Every once in a while, someone will get emotional, and that's really the only time that we encounter problems. But we usually take people off before that ever happens.
Oh, I see. Is this more like, instead of a battle, is this a kind of a friendship type of thing where you make friends doing this, or what?
I would say it's a lot of different things to a lot of different people. I know that from my perspective, I love the fighting. There's really no other feeling like being on a shield line with 50 other people, some friends, some people you've never met before, and charging at another shield line, right?
Yeah.
But after that, I'm not really Alex the musician anymore, right? I am that guy that helped lead the shield line, or I'm on a part of that group that was able to flank the enemy team so that we could push forward and capture an objective.
Oh, so there's a strategy here.
Oh, there's as much strategy as you want. Some people, that's their favorite part of it. They don't even do the fighting really, but they'll stay in the back giving people commands so that you can be capturing these types of objectives.
No cavalry? No.
Not yet. We're working on that.
Oh, really?
Stay tuned for Anvard 2019.
Oh, is that right? So this is taking place when in July?
July 8th.
July 8th.
It's on a Sunday. It's at noon.
Right in the Common. What part of the Common is it? Is it in the softball field?
That's right. It's on the Boston Common baseball field.
And tell us, where do you get information about this?
The easiest way to find information would be to go to anvard.co. That's ANVARD.co. Or you can go to facebook.com/Anvard, and you'll find all the information you need there, as well as plenty of people who can answer questions if you have any.
Yes, you could do a Google search on it. Yeah.
You could also just Google Anvard, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's so nice to have you here. I'm looking forward to this battle. I hope I see other people dressed up as you are there, and commence with the action.